Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to fill in her brows. I'm using the Velvet Revolver and a little bit of this espresso. You can probably start out with the Velvet Revolver. If you feel like it's too light, then you can add a little bit of this espresso. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to take the color called Heaven and we're going to put it across the lid. And this step isn't absolutely necessary, but I like to put a neutral color as a base before putting on darker colors. I feel like it sets a little bit more, but it's up to you. So I'm just going to put it all across the lid. And then I'm going to put the Honey Pot, the gold color, across the middle of her lid, right about here. And you can either sweep it on across, or for a darker look, you can press it into the skin. Now I'm going to take the blender brush, just blend it in, make it look more even. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to line her waterline, which is the wet part right underneath her eye, with a nude eyeliner. This one has a little bit of sparkle. It's from Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes. It's 23L, but you can use any nude color. If you want more of a dramatic look, you can use a white eyeliner, but I feel like the nude looks a lot more natural, but it gives the eyes a little bit of pop. So you're going to hold down your lid and just kind of run it across the waterline. And I like to even put it a little bit underneath, just to kind of open up the eyes. And I'm going to smudge it a little bit. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is line her lid, and the Wonder Girls had a really dark 60s style eyeliner. I know a lot of people have problems using liquid liner, so if you do, what I suggest is getting a black eye pencil so you can kind of create a line that you have to trace over with your liquid liner. You can use a liquid liner or a gel liner. Because she has a lot of makeup on, I find that the liquid liner will be easier, but it's really up to you. Right now I'm lining her lid with Makeup Forever Aqua Eyes in black. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is line what we traced with the pencil liner with liquid liner. I'm using Lorac front of the line, and it looks like a felt tip pen. So we're just going to go across the lid that we traced before. Start small, you can always add on. Now the Wonder Girls have a really thick black liner in their video. For you guys can choose how thick you want to go, and of course they wing it out at the end. When you're using liquid liner, make sure not to open up your eye right away, because then it'll get to the top over here and you'll have to fix it. Okay, so the next step, we're going to be applying false eyelashes. I'm putting ones that are a little bit thick, just because it is, you know, the Wonder Girls. You can use anything that you like, but today we're going to use something that's a little bit thicker. I'm going to put the glue on the lash line, and then very slowly just put it on top. You want to get it right on top of your lashes. If you have difficulty with lashes, what you can do is you can cut them in half and just put it on the outer ends. Next thing we're going to do is put mascara. I'm using L'Oreal Double Extend, and these create tubes, the white part, on the bottom lashes. And I'm going to apply to her bottom lashes, and even just 1 or 2 coats adds a lot of length to the lashes. I don't even really use them on top too much, but you can. I'm going to use the mascara side now. If you want more of a natural look, you can go with a brown mascara, but I always like to use black. Okay, the next step, we're going to take this pinkish shimmer called Silk Teddy and put it on the inner corners of her eye. Put it right on the inside, right about halfway. This really opens up the eye and gives kind of like an angelic look. And I'm going to put a little bit on top. I'm going to blend it in a little bit. And her eyes are done. Next step, I'm going to take the Velvet Revolver, which is a taupe shade, and lightly contour her nose and her cheekbones. So I'm going to start out at her eyebrow, lightly come down. The tighter the brush, the more bristles there are, the tighter they are, the more color will be. And the looser the bristles are, the less pigment will be picked up. So this is kind of in between. This is the blender brush. I'm just lightly contouring up and down. Take that color and do the same across her cheekbones. And you can even go a little bit on her chin, on her jawline. Then you're going to take a blender brush and blend it in so it looks natural. Next, I'm going to take that same color that we used on the inner corners of the eyes, the Silk Teddy, and highlight around her cheekbones, right on top, and kind of sweep it up. A little bit over her eyebrow, and this is where the light hits you, so it'll really give a pretty shine. I'm going to put a little bit down her nose, and I'm going to blend it. If you want to add a little bit of shimmer, you can add the Nude Beach, which is kind of like a champagne color with some gold flecks in it. It does have sparkles, so if you don't like that, you can skip that part. If you want to add a little bit of color to the cheeks, you can add some blush. What I'm using is Tarte Cheek Stain in Flush, and this is a gel blush, and it gives a really natural glow. So I'm just going to stamp it onto her face, right onto the apple of her cheek right here. And then you just use your finger to spread it out. This is one of my favorite blushes because it gives such a natural look. You can see it gives her color, but it doesn't look like she's wearing too much. Okay, so the last step we're going to do is to put on a little bit of powder to set the makeup. You can use either loose powder or pressed powder. I'm going to use the Makeup Forever HD High Def powder and just dust it across. And this will help set the makeup and keep her skin nice and matte. And that is our Wonder Girls inspired makeup look.